Hi, party people, and welcome back to the channel. This is another in our Runeblade series of LL budget deck techs for this upcoming LL season. So some of the best decks in the format. Just getting these out here because I love LL and it's going to be a bigger part of Fab, and we want to help people get over this first hurdle of like knowing even where to start with what to build. So this will be a series of budget deck techs on some of the best decks in LL and how to upgrade them. And the one today will be CHANE, Bound by Shadows. All right, here he is, the original edgelord, the greasiest boy in Fab, CHANE, Bound by Shadow. So this is the Boomer version, aka the version that was played when he was legal before Vincent came out, because there's another version that uses her cards, the RuneGate cards. I'll be doing one on that version of the deck next week, but right now this is just a lot of Monarch, some new cards you might be noticing, but mostly a lot of stuff that you will remember from when CHANE was originally legal. So the general goal of this deck is to use CHANE's ability, the Soul Shackle, to eventually transfer your hand over to the banish zone where it can't be interacted with by your opponent. And then you can block with whatever you need to out of your hand and just play out of the banish zone. This, of course, has a cost, blood debt, but generally what he can do is just have stupid, powerful, go wide turns enabled by Art of War, Bounding Demigod, and Seeds of Agony, and then some of the other things, all enabled by his Soul Shackle to give go again. So you got to be careful about playing this because it gives your next Runeblader Shadow action go again, even if it already does have go again, and it eats it up. So I have done that before, so keep an eye out for that. So like I mentioned, Art of War is a key piece of this deck. It's a big enabler because you are banishing, you're going to choose attack action cards, gain +1 and +1, and banish an attack action to draw 2 more. Well, usually this is a cost, but because you play out of your banish zone, you can just banish a blood debt like Shadow Verser, for example, and then you are good to go. You'll notice that there's also the Belittle Minnowism package in here, which is not blood debt. So you might be a little curious about what this is doing here. But this is a very old combo piece. The idea is that you would go and fetch up a blue that you needed when you needed it if your hand was a little resource light by activating Belittle, and then it combos well with itself and with Bounding Demigod. Almost all the attacks in this deck will activate Belittle. But because they need to be little for belittle, jokes, comedy. So we've added in Prismatic Leyline to get a little bit more oomph out of your yellows and your blues, which as you can see, some of them are like 1s and 2s. So you want to combine this with Art of War and Stubbies, which also works with most of the attacks in this deck, to just have a truly disgusting pop-off turn. And then maybe with a bit of coal on the side to just really like say fuck you to your opponent. Another new inclusion is Painful Passage. This is from the newest set. Pretty cheap right now, so go pick these up. This is a modal card. It also blocks through, which is fantastic for a non-attack. This can help you go even wider on a Stubbies Art of War turn, or you can just be a +3, which is completely on rate, which is great. As usual, I put the maybes in the upgrade section so you can keep track of them. So Tome of Findle is in here, even though it's not very expensive right now, but it's in here just because it needs to combo really with Spellbound Creepers so that you can cheat the action point. As you see, this does not have go again, and Tome of Findle is a very good card. At that point, I would get rid of probably Nullrune Boots and Crown of Dichotomy, just because you're not really going to be getting rid of them. So your other big pickups are going to be Carapace, Face Purg, Grasp. Same reason as the others. So CHANE just lost Carrion Husk, which is a big piece. Sometimes you just need to protect a hand, and now we're sort of splitting that into these 3 pieces, all with a bunch of block to help you protect a hand that you need to protect on the go-off turn. At that point, I would probably take out Snappies and Aether Iron Weave, and then you're pretty much good to go. You might also consider taking out Deny Redemption, as you might just be able to kill them. Deny Redemption and Invert Existence are both Count Your Blessings hate, so it's a little bit of like picking your own poison, although, of course, Invert can be played out of Banish Zone. Well, Deny Redemption cannot be, but, that's something that you can decide for yourself how you like to play this deck. And how much CYB is in this format, because honestly, it seems kind of bad, if you're gonna get my real opinion. All right, good luck in your games. Let me know down in the comments how the deck feels, and if you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. Thanks. See you in the next one.